everybody. Hey, how you doing, Ben? You good? You straight? You sure? All right now. So today is Monday, and it's the whole eclipse day. And actually, the sky is getting a little bit clearer, so we won't necessarily see the sun and see the moon coming in front of the sun and all that good stuff. But it might get a little dark around these parts. It might get a little dark. But outside of the eclipse making things dark, man, there's some darkness going on around here. And I can't too much get into the details and the crust of it all because it involves my family and I care about, you know, privacy and for family. I care about family privacy and these are people who they just doing what the hell they doing. But this situation that has just come up in my family from the bits and pieces that I've been told to the bits and pieces that I've heard myself is one of the big reasons why I want to ensure that my girls, my three girls, are there for each other. They will look out for each other, they will protect each other. I mean, and not only protecting each other from outside forces, but I also want them to protect each other from each other if they feel the need to do that. If somebody is not protecting the other or doing right by the other in the right way, and you feel in your heart when the story come to your lap that shit is not right, I want somebody to lay the smack down because right now there's a situation, and again I can't go into the details and the crust of it all, but it just involves money. It involves family members having money and not looking out for family members who, when you, let's put it like this. People always talk about, oh, I need this amount of money for this. Oh, if I just had this amount of money, if somebody just gave me $50,000 right now, I'd be set. I'd pay all my bills and all of that, right? And we have these intentions and these thoughts when we don't have the money. But when we get the money, even though we had all them good intentions and good thoughts, sometimes we don't necessarily do the right things with the money. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some of us who get the money, do the things that we're supposed to do, and then we're able to enjoy the rest. And we might enjoy it or we might invest it, depending upon what kind of money management skills you have. But if you don't really have good money management skills and you don't want to listen to nobody when it comes to having good money management skills, because it's like, oh, I got my money, just let me do what I want with my money, then you might make a couple of mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes as long as they're not big enough mistakes to where you can't crawl yourself up out of that hole that you done dug. Now, if you done dug yourself up in that too deep, baby, it ain't nothing nobody can do, and probably nothing that you can do either. So it's a situation like that where a family member who really does not have the mental capacity to really have a certain amount of a large amount of money on them, and they had it and now it's gone, and other family members around who also had large amounts of money around them never really seen no type of money like that at one time, so people that messed over money. But the fact that family seems to be turning on family because of money and doing some shisty shit because of money, this is one of the number one reasons why too I say I don't chase the money, I let the money chase me. I have everything that I need and everything that I could. I ain't gonna say everything that I want because there's always wants. But as far as taking care of needs, I have everything that I need. If there's anything else that I need and I don't have it right now, or I don't have the means to get it right now, then that means I don't need it right now. And when I really do need it, trust and believe it's gonna be provided for me no matter what. And that's the same when it comes to money. I don't chase the money chases me. So even though there are a whole bunch of things that I would like to do, that I want to do, right? There's a whole bunch of that stuff that I want to do, and I want to have the money for that stuff. I know right now if I don't have it, that means that there's some skill that I need to learn to strengthen myself so that when I do have the money in order to do the things that I want, I won't fuck off the money. I won't do nothing crazy with the money. But outside of money situations, just looking out for your family as it pertains to money, and just looking out for your family as it pertains to just looking out for your family. This is something that I really want to instill in my daughters, even though for me, I have brothers and sisters. I have a sister and brothers, right? But I didn't really grow up with my sister, like talking about. No, I didn't grow up with my sister at all, to be honest. I wasn't in the house when she was born. I was gone. But I was in the house when it came to my one of my brothers. There's three brothers that I didn't live with, and then there's one brother that I actually did live with, and then the brother that I live with, that's where my sister is from that side, but I was not there when my sister was born. I wasn't there when my sister was being raised. But I don't really have that super close, tight knit family dynamic or that super close sibling dynamic. I didn't really gain that until I got older. And then I started to talk to my siblings, when they could communicate for themselves and talk for themselves and let them know, like, hey, I wasn't around because of this situation or because of this or because of that. But I'm here now. And if you need me, I got you. So we have that strong bond right now, but I didn't grow up with that. We were years apart. Me and my little brother are 11 years apart. Me and my little sister is like 23 or 24 years apart. So I don't really know what it's like to grow up with your siblings and be real close with your siblings like that. I mean, like I said, I grew up with my little brother, but once I got old enough to leave the house, I was gone. Baby, I was gone. And then my brother went to a babysitter a lot, up until the point of him getting old enough or me being old enough to babysit my brother myself and him be in the house. But again, he was much older. He was playing with his older brother. So I didn't really bother with my brother. And my brother didn't really too much bother with me. Um, but as it pertains to just the relationship, the closeness in the relationship wasn't really there until I got older. But it is very important for me to ensure that with these children that I have, because they are close with each other and they are growing up right up under each other, like, y'all need to take care of each other. I'm definitely, I know for a fact that I'm going to be able bodied and able mind all the way up until the day that I leave here. But in the event that I'm not close enough, you guys travel, go somewhere, or I'm gone, or whatever, when y'all get older and I'm not close to y'all not close to me, y'all should still be able to look out for each other as if I'm right there. Y'all should still be able to look out for each other and protect each other from any type of harm, even if that comes from inside the family, because a lot of times harm can come from inside the family, and that's where that whole we don't talk family business bullshit came from. Oh no, baby, if something is going wrong, we ain't just gonna circulate that shit within the family and then don't nobody do nothing about it. No, we gonna circulate that shit and then we gonna fix the problem, or whoever is starting to talk about it needs to fix the problem if they know how to fix the problem. And if they don't know how to fix the problem, then they need to come to me or whoever they need to come to in order to get this shit fixed. Because this right here, this right here, and I'm gonna let y'all in on a little bit, just a little bit. These family members that are doing what they're doing. I had a conversation, a short conversation with the mother figure. She's passed on, but I felt her energy very strong last night. And when I was hearing some of the information that I was hearing, I just looked up at a picture of her, and it was like her eyes just told me everything. And one of the things that she said was this was the reason why she kept one of her children so close to her, because she did not know what was going to happen. And she never felt like anybody was going to do anything wrong to the child, but she just didn't know. So she would always keep a close eye on this one child because she knew that he needed a lot more help than everybody else. And basically, this situation that's happening right now is something that she wished could have been avoided, because in her words, she didn't want them to fight. She didn't want her kids to fight. And when I was talking to her, I was like, yeah, I said, yeah, a physical fight would be bad. And she shut that down quick. It is no. She's like, no. She said, I'm not necessarily worried about a physical fight. She said, yeah, that could happen. But more so just them fighting and feuding with each other, not wanting to talk to each other because somebody done something to the other person, or just not wanting to communicate with each other no more. No longer looking out for each other. No longer having that love for each other. That's the type of fighting she meant. But she knows for a fact that with the situation, it could lead to a physical altercation, and she don't want that either. But she never wanted anything to come in between them to have them fight or be at odds with each other. And I said, oh, okay, I totally understand that. And then we had a little bit more of a conversation about some other shit, and that was that. But man, like, I felt her pain in her explaining why something like this could have been avoided. But at the same time, it was just like, you know, you kind of just gotta let people go through whatever they go through and deal with whatever they're gonna deal with and do whatever the hell they're gonna do. That shows you the true character of somebody. And I kind of put it out there to her. I was just like, I was like, well, if they do decide that they want to fight or get into it or whatever, what have you, then again, that lets you know the character of the person. And I would hope that they would still look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Maybe love each other from a distance, but still look out for each other. But at the same time, man, sometimes it be family that you can't even fuck with because they just foul. They do some foul ass shit. And I was just I was like, that's some foul ass shit. For one to take advantage or seem to be taking advantage of another because of the person's mental capacity is horrible. Then on top of that, outside of that, over money, over money, man, literally the root of all evil. Or it can be the root of some hellish evil. But that is another reason why I don't chase the money. I let the money chase me. And I hope that even though I don't have the best example of how to raise these three girls together and in harmony and hoping that they look out for each other, I don't have an example of that. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have and what I learned going along the way and what I can pass on to them going along the way, because as you grow up, I know it gets tough. I know it gets difficult. You trying to navigate your life, but then you have a sibling who, you might need to help them navigate their lives, or you just need to keep in touch and keep in contact. So I get it, but I want my girls to always look out for each other, always protect each other. When it comes to money, don't say nothing to nobody about their money. Let them do whatever they want to do with their money, but don't you sit there with your hand out just because you know they got some money. Don't do that. If they want to give you something, let them give it to you, but you don't sit there and you don't ask for it. You don't sit there, you don't beg for it. You know what I'm saying? If you in need and you feel like you should be able to go to your sibling and be like, hey, I need this. Give a valid reason. Don't play no games with nobody over no money. Cause I'm telling you, that shit is gonna come back, and that shit is gonna hurt when it come back. Because money ain't nothing but a piece of paper anyway. That shit don't really mean nothing. I mean, and when I say the money don't really mean nothing, yes, I totally understand it. In this 3D realm that we live in, money is power, you know. But outside of that, when you think of that and you know that, but I also think outside of a lot of shit. So I know outside of that, all this shit is really just man-made. You know what I'm saying? This shit is man, these laws, these rules, this money, trying to make it seem like it's so powerful. What was powerful back in the day before money was the barter system. That was the shit. But somebody decided that that was too much like right, and decided to create fucking currency. And now we killing and fighting each other and all of this bullshit over some currency, over a piece of paper. It's fucking crazy and it's ridiculous. And again, I understand that we need money to survive, especially now in this society. But it's like, man, if you were given the good graces to come into a lot of money and you fuck off that money, that was the universe right there trying to help you out, trying to see what you was capable of, and you didn't do right. So they're not gonna give you no more. They're gonna give you just what you put out. And if you put out shit, they gonna give you shit. So I don't know how this situation is gonna turn out. I'm very nervous because this is my family. I'm gonna be there as much as I possibly can, but I'm not getting in nobody's way. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes because people act real funny when it comes to money and when it comes to calling them out over the bullshit that they do. It ain't. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. But sometimes the truth is too much to bear for some people, and they got to do some stupid ass shit. So I'm definitely going to tread lightly on this situation as it pertains to my family. But this is really showing me what I need to tighten up on as it pertains to me raising my girls, and hoping that they take care of each other and they look out for each other. So if you've had any experience like this before, I would love to hear, your thoughts and opinions on it. You can leave me a beautiful little comment. Hey, little bird. Hey, little bird. You can leave me a beautiful comment and let me know what you think, or if you got a story to share about family feuding over money, or maybe possibly you seeing something and deciding to, maybe raise your kids, or, somebody a little bit different, so that they don't have to deal with stuff, just share. I am all ears, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a village. And at this point, you don't know who your village could be. Anybody could be in your village. As long as they're doing the right thing, they could be a part of your village. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for showing up for me, but thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for showing up for me. But again, thank you for showing up for me as well. Um, because you could be anywhere watching anybody, but you came here to watch me, and I'm very thankful for that. I love you. Take care of yourself. Drink your water and mind your goddamn business. Whew. I fucking love you, bro.